Hi there, my name is Kovuisaunicorn, and if my face pleases you less than usual, I'm going to blame the fact that I just woke up from a nap and I have no idea how long I was gone for, genuinely. I just know that it's soon 7:30 PM, so I'm gonna blame that. I'm not very pleased with my hair because of this little thing. I was considering putting on a hat, but it doesn't really fit my knitted jumper aesthetic, So on my last video, some of you guys commented, well, I think therapy might be right for me, but how do I tell my parents that I need it? And you can read my mind. That is what today's video is gonna be about. And it is a very, very important topic. Personally, to me, it is something that is still a kind of sensitive topic because my experience with this 3 years ago wasn't, you know, like the most positive. Could have gone a lot better, but you know, it's been 3 years and we've discussed it and it's fine. If you want to hear the story about that, then maybe I will tell you sometimes, but you know, it's very personal. Anyway, I have wanted to talk about this for so long because I just want to give you guys the best experience possible with this. So I've kind of put it off a little bit because I haven't really been happy with the information and the advice I've gathered, but I figured that, you know, there isn't like a set list that I can read to you, and if you follow that then everything will be okay. And I also can't be there with you physically when you do this, but at the very least I should talk about the topic and not just leave it because it is such an important thing. I just don't want to ignore it. So first off, I want to say that the fact that you want to take the step towards getting better is amazing, and I promise you that you are doing the right thing, and I'm so proud of you. So first off, it's completely normal to be scared, and you might be scared that you will upset your parents or make them sad, and to be completely honest with you, they likely will be sad, but that's not your fault. Also, just because they're sad doesn't mean that they're upset with you and that you did anything wrong or that you disappointed them in any way. They are just sad that someone that they care about so deeply is hurting. That's all. You haven't done anything wrong. And if they tell you that you've done anything wrong, I'm here to tell you, no, it's not your fault. You haven't disappointed anyone. You haven't done anything wrong. No one is angry with you. And if they do act angry, it is most likely because they are scared. People act angry and frustrated out of fear in many situations. They may be scared of losing you. And that's why they may be acting like this. Of course, that doesn't excuse any behaviour though, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind and stay strong through this. And it might go very well for all I know, but if they do express any really negative feelings, then don't be scared, because they are just sad that their child is hurting so much and they want to help you. They may not even believe you at first, and they may say like, nah, you know, everyone's sad sometimes, or all teenagers have problems and stuff like that, which is extremely painful and hurtful when you finally are able to be open and honest about how you feel and they just dismiss your feelings entirely. Please just keep saying, at the very least, let me see a professional to figure out if this is really a thing. And if they aren't just not taking you to therapy, it's not happening, then please talk to another adult that you trust. You could go through school, which is partially what I did. So talk to a teacher, a school nurse, a counsellor. You could even go to your doctor yourself if possible. If not, there is a lot of online therapy. There are a lot of really helpful sites out there. This is one thing that I have seen some YouTubers talk about. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll leave the information in the description. Also, another form of online therapy that is free is the app 7 Cups of Tea. However, people on that app that you can talk to are not professional therapists, but personally that app has helped me a lot. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way, but there you can talk to people, and a lot of people there are very kind and very helpful. Also, you may be scared to tell your parents about your problems because you feel like you know, you don't want to be a burden, you don't want to bother them, they already have enough to deal with. But let me tell you, all adults experience stress, they have responsibilities, they worry. And yes, while it is true that some families and some adults have more stuff to deal with than others, does not mean that you should just be forgotten. You deserve attention, you deserve to be heard, your problems deserve to be addressed and figured out. You deserve that, you deserve to get help, despite everything else that is happening around you. So for having the conversation itself, I personally was crying the whole entire time and I could barely speak because I was just shaking so much. So yeah, I suggest maybe plan a bit what you're gonna say beforehand. Just run through the conversation in your head and be prepared for different outcomes. And again, it is going to be okay. Also, when planning out the conversation, you should probably think about some questions they may ask you, like how long have you felt this way, or maybe difficult questions like have you ever self-harmed, or have you wanted to commit suicide, have you thought about that? And while it's unhealthy to bottle things up, certain things that are very, very personal are things that you could spare for a professional. Let your parents know that you're struggling, but you have the right to privacy still. And if you're not in a safe environment to open up entirely about what you're going through, then don't. And you may want to ask for some guidance when it comes to having this conversation, what to say and stuff. Again, school can be very helpful. Maybe you could talk to a teacher and perhaps they could call your parents in for a meeting and then they will deliver the news to parents. And then of course ask them to take you to therapy and get you some help. Oh shoot, because that is the end goal here. Also, if you're closer to one parent than the other, then maybe talk to them first. And if it's really difficult, maybe you could write a letter or an email telling them how you feel. And if you want to actually have the conversation face to face, pick a time where none of your parents are busy, and when things are kind of calm and there's not a lot going on. Just like a good time. And then let them know right away that this will be a serious conversation. You can, for example, say, hey, mom and dad, there is something that I need to tell you that is really, really important to me, but it's really hard for me to talk about, so I really want you to listen. And then you can also express your concerns about how you're afraid that they may not believe you, but it is really, really important to you, and it's important that they, pay attention and believe that this is really how you feel, and that you hope that together you can figure it out. And you can also be honest about how you're scared you will make them feel, because if you have some concerns, if you feel like a burden, they will very likely tell you that that's not true and that they just care about you, that you're not ruining anything. That is if they are decent parents. If not, then again, get help somewhere else. Talk to a teacher, talk to someone at school, talk to Child Protective Services if it gets really bad. And then of course ask for a doctor's appointment to at least figure out what is going on and to hear what that doctor has to say, and let them know that you're really trying to get better, and that's the whole point. That is why you are talking to them, because you want help and you want to improve and you want to work on yourself. And then perhaps you can plan doing little family activities and stuff like that to get your mind off things, because they will very likely be very happy that they are given the chance to help you, because again, they're probably figured that something is off for a while. So you telling them what is actually going on will also probably make them feel a little bit better. Maybe they're not expressing it very well, but it's very likely. You are so brave, and what you're going through right now is really, really, really hard, but I promise you that it will not be like this forever. I remember the feeling of my parents finally finding out, all these really dark secrets and things that I'd done to myself, and I remember them contacting my school and suddenly everyone knew. I remember what it felt like to have everyone around you. It felt like everything was closing in on you and you just wanted to disappear because it just hurt so much, and it became so real. It became so real because now everyone else knew as well. But I just want to say again, you are definitely doing the right thing, and I'm so proud of you. You haven't disappointed anyone. It's actually the complete opposite for the fact that you are doing this, or just considering doing this, because you're really making the right choice here, and I wish you the best of luck, and I'm sending you so many positive and strengthening vibes. You can do this, you can get better, everything is going to be okay. It may be extremely difficult right now, but trust me, it will get better. Take it from someone who's been there, and I remember it very vividly. Hi there! For this year's Giving Tuesday, the Global Day of Giving, which is celebrated the 28th of November this year, I am working with the Mental Health Organisation of Norway. Their goal is to influence Norwegian politicians and include mental health as its own subject in Norwegian schools. To do this, they are having a petition. So to my Norwegian viewers, send en gratis SMS til 26606 med kodeord mental helse for å skrive under på underskriftskampanjen. Mental Helse vil ta med alle underskriftene til Stortinget etter Giving Tuesday. And if you're not Norwegian but still would like to show your support, you can do that by giving this video a thumbs up, sharing it, or using the hashtag mentalhealth2school on Twitter. Thank you so much for your support, it really means a lot and is so very appreciated, and hopefully together we can better prevent mental health issues. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you're having a great day and take care. Bye! Oh, by the way, before I go, feel free to check out this previous video on my mental health playlist with more videos like this. Alright, I'll see you soon! Bye! For real this time.